got some pretty big trades coming in right now. Look, decent sized trades here. Let me just double check my settings. Get a lot of buys right up in this area. I wouldn't be surprised. Something I've noticed a lot this week is that price ends up coming right back. I just added this beginning of this week where it shows yesterday's closing VWAP price, and I just notice a lot of times that it goes back to yesterday's closing VWAP. I don't know what the deal is with that, but it does it often. So if we start breaking up above these levels and really pushing, then yeah, might end up all the way up there. I know it's a what is that? 25,288. Pretty far, but for a Friday. So maybe not today, but you can go back and kind of look like here ended up, opening. We were not near as far away as we were, and then bam, went right back to it. And then one of these days, I don't remember which day it was, like it was Monday or something. It ran straight for it. Got a couple targets there. Here's current VWAP right there.
Yeah.
And we got a whole real low volume area right here for the day. So you can see all between like this area here. We've got super low volume. So a lot of times when price goes through those areas, they'll break through them pretty quick, unless for whatever reason there's new, value found here. A lot of times though, it'll just fly through there. So we shall see. Getting another Titan setup right here, but it's up at the high. I think I'd rather these sales here.
Yeah, man, it's tough.
Got a winner on gold. Yeah, just give it a little bit of time. It's Friday. Most people give their profits back on Friday. So you guys be really, really, I mean, especially after this week, I've seen a lot of really good results. So just be cool, be disciplined with it. If you don't see something like, okay, we don't want to buy at highs, right? Things like that, just don't do it. Just don't buy up there. Just wait for it. We got hours and hours worth of trading. Let me pull this over here. We got nothing on the calendar there. Today's 14th, so let's see. 14. $8 This is my time. So here we've got a little bit of Fed speak coming up here in 15, 20 minutes. Whoa. What happened?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Everybody doing pretty good today?
I'm doing great.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yep. How you doing?
Hanging in there, bro. I can't complain. Taking it one day at a time.
Yeah, one beautiful day at a time.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Looks like we can go up there and grab that TP. It's a big trade. Phone ringing. Hold on 1 second. Well, got the TP on NASDAQ. This thing is just pushing, huh?
And there have been 4 5-minute extremes that have won in the last 2 hours.
Let's see it on NASDAQ.
Yeah.
Yeah, winner. I'm only showing a couple on here because I don't like it when my chart gets so cluttered up.
Oh, I have on. Well, mine's MNQ. I don't know if that makes a difference, but
Yeah, tiny. Thank you.
look at that, right to the 900.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I got
so
out early.
we were consolidating all in this range this morning. Look at that perfect picture when it's all said and done. Consolidate, liquidity grab, out of there. I sure do wish I would have bought here because if I would have been looking, I would have thought about it. I would have potentially bought right in this area. We also created a little volume zone here, and I would have targeted the middle of the range, but it would have been a like for sure.
It trailed it.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have done it. I probably wouldn't have made it this far just knowing myself. But yeah, it would have looked good.
Well, there was a little bit of a pullback too.
I would
If
have
you go up
probably
higher,
I probably would have got knocked out on this candle right here, just knowing the way I trail, because I would have put my my stop below this low, then this low, and then I may have even got knocked out right here, but it would have been kind of same price regardless.
Hey Ken, on MetaTrader, not MetaTrader, TradeOvate and TradingView, it doesn't have the same functionality like MetaTrader had, where you could set a trailing stop where it'll automatically, move your stop loss, after so many ticks or pips or whatever. Correct?
Do you mean what, using on TradingView or TradeOvate?
Either one.
So TradeOvate has, if you're trading one account, TradeOvate has some built-in functions to trail your trades.
Okay.
Okay, so TradeOvate does. I don't know about TradingView. I've never really done much trading on TradingView, so I don't really know. I don't really know about
Right.
that. But TradeOvate does, but the kicker is you can only be trading one account.
Okay.
unless you're using a copy account like
Right.
Pick My Trade or something, just go to YouTube and do search for ATM TradeOvate.
Okay.
That's that ATM feature, and there's videos on guys showing you how to do that.
Okay. ATM TradeOvate. Okay. Great. Thank you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. What do we got here? Cedric, what are you doing? Why are you so quiet?
I'm mad I missed that bottom. I'm just sitting here now. I'm not trying to jump in nothing. I got here just in time for it too, and then I was waiting. Around.
None of the big boys are green today, really, right now.
What you talking about?
Everybody, none of the big boy stocks.
Oh,
Everybody's
yeah.
red. So it's kind of hard to jump in a bunch of for me right now.
Yeah.
I like to see them green.
Look at these, though. I mean, we're all up here at the very top. Won these trades. Getting a sell right here on gold. Sell on gold. And now we got sales setting up here on NASDAQ and ES. If it hits, if it goes down there, I don't know. Let me see if I can't adjust this a little bit. There we go. Well, gold won instantly. That was too quick. I swear a second ago I was looking at a pending sale, and then it flipped over so quick and has already ran up. Nice little $300 trade right there. I know that this looks kind of cluttered. If you guys have any questions on this, let me know. Let me know, because I'll clear it up for you so you can. The whole reason I did this was I'm hoping you guys. I'm hoping this is big enough and clear enough so you guys can copy it. If you don't have access to the tool, then, you know, if we're live, right, obviously this tool works all around the clock. So you could be trading it in the morning, the afternoon, whatever works best for you. I'm just showing up here, putting it on the screen so you guys can see what it looks like, see how it works. Maybe snag a couple trades from it. For everyone else, I mean, you guys have it on your chart. You know how it works. Like everyone that has access to it. But for the rest of everybody, if you have questions on how it works, let me know and I'll tell you. I'll show you. I'll break it down. It's very easy.
Hey, Ken, I can see it actually really good, and I'm looking at it on my iPad right now, and it looks pretty good. Just if you can give like a I know this is the Titan, right?
Right.
Okay, yeah. So if you can give me just a quick understanding of what we're looking at, I mean, I think
Let me tell you
I
right
got
now.
it.
Let me tell you
Yeah,
right now. So, because this one's setting up. So, what's going to happen is you're always going to see a pending order set up like this first. So, pending entry, sales are red, buys are green. And this pending thing sets up when this candle closes. Now, it has to touch during this candle. That's how that works. So, once it says pending, if you're on a 1 minute, it has 1 minute to trigger. So that means you set your stop, your entry. You could set your take profit, and for the most part, you're going to have to wait until it actually triggers the trade to set your stop loss, depending on the platform you're trading. So just know I'm on the 1 minute. So if you see pending entry set up, you have all you're doing is watching it for 1 minute. Okay, so it's just you're just watching it for 1 minute. Now on a case like this, see, the price action is a little more consolidated. So we're in a sell, but we have the right price action for a buy. So what would happen is if we hit our stop loss on this sell, we would instantly trigger a buy. I don't like taking trades back to back like that. I like if I take a loss, I like to observe one winner before I get re-involved in the market. So I don't take trades back to back like this, but you know, that's how it works. So it's when you see pending entry, just know that signal, that potential signal is valid for 1 minute, just like these. See, and that's why I'm watching this. 10 seconds left to trigger. If it doesn't hit it in 10 seconds, we're not going to get that trade. So you'll see it disappear here in a second. See, boom. Now we're setting up for a sell. So just know that these are pending and they will expire at the end of the current 1 minute candle because I'm on a 1 minute. This works on a 5 minute, 15 minute, you know, any time frame, but that's how that works. That's why you'll see them say pending. And if you have the system, I've set it up to where it's super easy. Like you even get alerts that say pending sell. And then if it triggers, it'll say sell now. If it doesn't trigger, it'll say cancel sell. So that way people that are, people that are like on their phones or trading from work or something like that, they could set up a signal, set up a pending trade. And then if for whatever reason, if it doesn't trigger, they'll even get a second alert that says, wait, cancel the trade. The pattern didn't set up.
Okay. Okay.
So really, really easy. The contract size is displayed here. So you can see here's your entry, stop loss. We like having two TPs here. So we have a partial TP right here, which is 0.5 risk reward. And then we have TP1. This hits a lot, this TP, this partial TP. So that's why we scalp it a lot. And then
Right.
I've got mine set to $500 risk per trade. So you kind of just have to, kind of think about it like, all right, if I've got mine set to 500 and the stop loss is worth $250 at one contract, this lets you know if you trade one contract, this is how much you're risking on that trade,
Right.
250. Okay, so like this one here, you see it says it exceeds risk because one contract is the minimum contract you could use, and the stop loss between entry and stop loss for one contract equals $653. So, so it's just that in a situation like this, you got to either skip the trade, be okay with the total risk, or you have to go over to like MNQ. I think you may have even asked about that the other day, and that's the situation right here. Like if you got to set up on NASDAQ, and it says exceeds risk, or on gold future, on gold mini, and it says exceeds risk. Most time you can go over to the micro version and take that trade if you feel like that's the one trade that you really want to take for whatever reason.
Right. Right. Yeah, that makes sense. That way you don't, exceed your risk, I guess, because
Yeah,
the micros. I mean, it's smaller than the regular one, the NQ. Okay.
exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very easy to use. It just spits these things out all day long. We just need to, get in and grab a couple of them, and that's why, because there's
Yeah.
so many signals, that's why you see me just kind of sitting back, looking at the chart and saying, all right, where is the most probable place for me to trade, right? And I can pick my trades that way. I don't like trading trends like this. I know some
Hmm.
people are good at it. I'm just not as good at trading something, that's just shooting straight up, because normally by the time it's shooting straight up, I can't shake that feeling that I'm late. You know what I mean? Like if I didn't
Yeah.
get it here, then and I'm entering here, to me I just feel late. So I like to wait for price to find value or consolidate and then look for my titans, because think about how much easier it is, like if price is just going like this, then I know I can look for sell titans here. I can look for buy titans
Hmm.
there, and I'm
Right.
going to be wrong when I'm wrong, and that means that it's going further most likely. So just gives me a little bit of context for each of my trades instead of just trading, anything and everything.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So,
Definitely.
so what I'll do is I'll kind of wait until I see price consolidating. Once it starts to consolidate, then I'll switch over to this and I'll just start watching for trades. I got ES here, NASDAQ here, gold there, and US 30 right here. Pretty strong candles there, leading right up to the high. We hit one of our volume levels right here, and looks like price is having trouble. It closed above it and instantly slammed back down.
It
We're
did
at
look like we hit a nice little order block right there, Brian.
we're at the daily POC using Tradeovate data, not TradingView. I know on TradingView it shows POC down here, but on Tradeovate it's my POC has shifted up to 950 with over 1,000 contracts traded there throughout the day. And that just happens to be right here in this zone as well. And we're making a zone here on the 5 minute too. And by the way, for those of you guys that are watching on like Facebook or YouTube or something like that, you may notice there's a delay right now. I'm working on that. So if you have questions, you can still ask them. It might be a little harder to follow along with the delay, but just know that there is a delay. If you're looking at my chart and it does not look the exact same as yours, don't try to take these signals. Don't try to take these signals because my chart and timing is different. By the time you're seeing what I'm seeing, you might be 1 minute late. So the only people that are seeing this live real time are people that are on the Discord call that you hear talking. So just know if you have questions, you can ask them. I'll work on this whole delay thing. I'm learning how to do it. Wait, look at me. Okay. Michael, how'd your week go?
It's been pretty good. I just got like a lot of things planned today, and so that's just like all on my mind right now. But otherwise, trading was really good this week. Last night I went ahead and got 5 new combines from Lucid, and then I got also TradeSyncer, a free trial of that just to see like which plan I wanted. And so now I got my Lucid combines that are being copy traded off of the Top Step, and I just put the Lucid ones at like a 2x like contract size, just because I'm fine if I risk a little bit more on there. Man, they're only combines, and so if I have to pay like a $40 fee, then I'll do that. But I doubt I'm gonna be losing 10 trades in a row on those combines. So. But yeah, pretty good. Looking forward. I feel a little bit nervous now. I mean, like it's the same copy trading as before, but it's just it shouldn't make me feel any different. But hopefully it goes good. So
yeah. Well, if you need any help or just need ways, that's one of the things is like as people start to move from evaluation to performance accounts and they're getting their payouts and things like that. A lot of times, it's new territory for people and they'll get that feeling of pressure. But if you'll just remember that, okay, so think about it. You got 2 ways to look at this. So you either did this on purpose and you did it with a plan, a strategy, a mechanical, style of trading, and what you did is 100% duplicatable. Duplicatable, is that a word? You can duplicate it, right? So just remember, if you did that, and that's why I teach it that way. I'm like, look, if you'll just do the exact same thing every single time over and over again, then whenever it's time, to move to the performance account, you're just going to keep doing the same thing. And if you'll keep that in your mind and just remember, all right, all I do is execute. The strategy works, everything works. I'm just here to execute. Just show up, click buttons, follow my plan. Then that helps with the nerves a lot. If you feel like you got lucky, right? If your payouts came from luck or if you passed your evaluation because of a couple lucky trades, you're never going to last too long on the performance account because you're going to be so nervous and under pressure, that it's just not going to, you're just based on my own experience seeing and watching people, it never lasts long, because they kind of got lucky in the first place. So just keep doing what you're doing. If you're mechanical with your trading style, your strategy, just having best advice, honestly, is just try to have fun with it. These accounts are pretty cheap, right? Everything can be a learning experience. So just try to have as much fun as you can with it and be on purpose, and you'll do it. You'll have it. And you've already gotten some payouts. You've already gotten some payouts, so it's real easy for you to know what that feels like. And, I'm telling you, once you start getting payouts, you kind of, something changes. You're like, all right, like I got it. Like, it's not this big unknown. Like, you have generated payouts. So once you do it once, you can definitely do it again. It's just like a lot of people, they can't ever pass evaluation accounts, but once they start to pass evaluation accounts, they can pass an evaluation, no problem, but then they can't ever make it to getting their payout. They're stuck in like the performance payout buffer. But once I see people start actually getting their first payout, they can do it again and again. So it's just a matter of getting that first payout.
You know what it reminds me of? Playing like Super Contra or Mario Brothers. You have a hard time getting past that first level, but once you get past it and you've done it so many times, now you're so particular. You will start over if you do one thing wrong because you know you can do it perfectly.
Yeah. This actually looks like a pretty good trade right here. It's at the POC for a sell. Literally just selling with the stop right up above the high. It's getting big. This might have just pushed too big.
Yeah, I will say though, I've gotten pretty mechanical with the trade that feels like even like right now, like I took that gold Titan, it just barely didn't hit TP, and like right now, I mean it's still I'm still in a trade, but it's just like I mean it's stop loss set, TP set. It's if it hits, it hits. It's just you gotta let it play out and know that you're not over leveraged on it. So.
Yeah, this is a great trade, but it's too big for me, by the way. You guys said, like, this is perfect flush style trade, but you'd have to wait for price to come way back up towards the high to get into it, or you'd have to do it on MNQ. But I think this is definitely going to push down a little ways. So yeah, being mechanical about it, that's the best thing, man. If you can just be mechanical with it, it's all about when you start doing this. If there's anything that anybody can learn about trading and take right away, is that you've got to be able to duplicate what you're doing. And that's why I say it so many times about with your strategy, sticking to it. You've got to stick to one strategy, because if you find success and all of a sudden you generate a payout, but you did it using 15 different strategies, you're never going to be able to duplicate that. And that sucks. Like, you get that payout and you're like, yeah, finally everything, I did it, and then bam, you can't duplicate it after that.
For sure, for sure. I will say with mine, I mean, I feel like I did get a little bit fortunate with it, but at the same time, it's like I still feel like I was hitting a lot of good opportunities. It's just I keep hearing from everybody in the space like, "Oh, you're not going to be profitable for years and years. You're going to have to sit in misery for years." And it's like, "Okay, well, if that wasn't me, like was I just lucky?"
Yeah.
I think I mean, you can, it's like in golf, you know what I mean? You can play really well and get lucky. You can also play really awful and get really lucky. You can also play really well and get horribly unlucky, So it's, but yeah, but.
You don't have to spend years at all, for sure. Like, in fact, you being newer at trading and not having all of that, all of the, the thing is, like, a lot of people, they it takes them years because they start out and then they change their strategy and change their strategy and change their strategy and they just get into this never ending changing of strategy. They also, I think more and more people are going to be profitable sooner and earlier now because prop firms in the past, it was hard to access lots of capital. So everybody that was trading their own money, and they had varying amounts, but most people, like a majority of traders that start, they don't have $100,000 or more that they're able to just dump into this. So they would be trading $1,000 or $5,000, and they'd be trying to turn that into a full-time living type of income. And so that creates bad habits in itself, over trading and over leveraging. And so now that prop firms are out, it's so easy to access more capital, way easier. So I think with these prop firms, especially with the prop firms and how easy it is to obtain capital, and with futures and all that, with the copy trading, anybody that's like just starting trading brand new, they should be able to start generating payouts on like, I don't see why they couldn't do it within 3 to 4 months if they just if they'll just follow a plan. I mean, especially like something like Titan, it's going to take you a week to learn the terminology. What is buying? What is selling? What is this? What is that? Right? It's going to take you about a week to learn that kind of stuff, and just get used to a trading platform. But something like Titan, as long as you can, it's like playing a video game. As long as you can make sure your entry is in the right place and your stop loss and your take profit, then you just copy that and you're going to make money. So
Right, you just follow it methodically. So certainly.
exactly. Yeah.
Hey, Michael, did you say you were on that? You were taking that gold buy on the 1 minute?
Yeah, I took that 1 minute. It barely just didn't quite hit the TP, and then I went
So-
down to stop.
And
So
something to potentially consider and observe that I've seen with this, because I'm really been focused on gold a lot, but this is true of NAS too. But is putting the those trading zones on the chart if you don't already have them.
yeah,
Because that trade was trading right into the zone that it already had kind of rejected off of, and so I find that I don't trade into those zones. I'll trade on and sometimes too, I'll trade the rejection of the zone if we get a Titan coming out of it. So just something potentially just to throw up on your chart and observe. But I've seen that a lot of times it's, unless you've got room between the entry and the take profit, before it gets to the zone, a lot of times it'll reject off of it.
oh, certainly. Yeah, I mean, I will say I have the levels up on NQ. I just had not put them up on my gold chart, and so but yeah, no, I mean, like that's something I'm familiar with, draws and liquidity and stuff like that. It's like it's going to be magnets to price, and you're going to see that consolidation inside there. I mean, even with this consolidation inside here, I mean, I was targeting a pretty small move, but I mean, it was like a tick or two away from TP. It's just how it goes sometimes, um. But yeah, I mean, for the most part, no, I'm not trying to trade within those ranges because you're trying to figure out where is it going to trend to next. Is it going to stay? Is it going to reverse? Is it going to continue? So,
Right.
but
Did anybody take that sell that I talked about right here? It pulled back perfect. I took it. I'm up 450 off of it.
I did
not
too. I
take that.
got 100 and something as
Yeah,
well.
so it closed and I said, this is ready to sell, but it's too big. And I was just doing a 1-to-1 like this, which happened to also be right at VWAP. And then, but that was $1,000 risk. If you were to try to trade that, let me see, with one contract was, well, if you put it like a tick above, yeah, one contract was $1,100. So it pulled back all the way down to here, which gave me about a $300 to $350 risk, and I snagged it right inside of here, and then it shot straight down to here. So not bad at all. I just didn't hold on to the whole thing. I kind of chickened out. Wait for the next one though. I'm gonna trade strictly like once we get the consolidation going here where I can see a clear range. I'm gonna look for another, maybe a few Titan trades or price action. And that's all I'm gonna do. I do have something I've got to go to. My daughter's got a little event at school today. She wants me to come to it and walk around with her. They're doing some kind of a little trot thing at school, so I got to take off at 9, which is in 45 minutes to go over there. And then I will, depending on how long I'm over there, I might even come back if we still got, like, especially if the market's looking good and things are happening, then I may come back and do some more trading, or I could even just leave this stuff up so you guys can see the trades. This is where I'm at right now. For that, wins, losses, but overall, I was able to be green every single day this week.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's the goal. Like he's having a little trouble breaking this high here. See it rejected right off of it. Take a gander. Y'all ever heard somebody say that before? Take a gander at it.
Kind of just reminds me of Forrest
I'm in
Gump for
Texas,
some
man.
reason.
Gander is in the dictionary.
Forrest Gump. Did you say it's in the dictionary here?
Well, I mean, I'm in Texas. People use that say that all the time.
Or how about I think that's what they called it, Gander Mountain, right? Bro, look at this, how it perfectly just touched that zone right there to the tick. Like actually to the tick. Let me see. Yeah. It's actually gone up a lot further than I was thinking we'd go all in this little bit of time. Take a look at Bookmap and see if anything interesting's happening.
Yonder is one of my favorites. Look down yonder.
I haven't heard that in a while either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all just go y'all yonder over there.
Yep.
What does that say? Core updates. We could do that later. Nothing big, nothing crazy within, 20, 30 points either way. Let's see ES. What is going on? I gotta let some of the data. It's importing data. We'll come back. We'll come back to you in a minute. Think he's gonna keep going, or is this like a little area where we could go short? About to set up a Titan right there. Looks like boom, boom, boom. Doesn't even look volatile, but the market is super volatile today. All of these are exceeding risk. This is on a 1 minute too.
What thing about that Titan sale? We got a buy setting up too right here.
Yeah. I'm starting to see some consolidation. So, like, if I just
We got a low down there.
kind of get rid of everything here and just look at it, kind of seems like this and kind of seems like that. So you see how like price just tried to go out, pulled back in, could start watching it this way. See how that looks. Which means that we're kind of in the middle of that range right now. It'd be good to see Titans up here or let it pop out of here and then trading back into there. And that is if this is the range. Delta's pretty much flat right now. Let me look at, so it went up, 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 up. Up a little more. A little divergence there. It's curving over now. Yeah, I don't really see anything. I don't see anything standing out. You know how I always talk about watching for kind of pressure to build? So I don't see that yet. Especially being stuck in between these two ranges right here like that. Right, but it is crazy. That's a whole 100 points right there. It doesn't even look like 100 points. Which just means it's super volatile.
Yeah, I got a bunch of exceed risk on one micro.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, on a micro. Wow.
Mm-hmm. And I'm risking 75 a trade.
Yeah. I haven't had any size, like big size trades even come in this morning though. Nothing. It's all been like 50 contracts or less. I think there's one time where we had, let's see, yeah, like 100 contracts. That was like 30 minutes ago when we went up and made that. Pretty much when we went up and made that high earlier, where I was talking about selling.
So this is basically our range for now, huh?
So far. Wow, a nice push. That's crazy. It's like a 1 minute candle, 65 points. It just looks like a regular candle, but it is something serious. All right, looks like we're going for the highs. What are we gonna do?
Looking for a sweep? Nah.
It did go right up above that high.
It touched that zone and turned around and stopped. Let's see what happens. And
Still pushing so far.
15-minute time by
15-minute.
15. Yeah, 15-minute time by.
Wow, what a candle that was right there.
the past two candles.
I know.
Yeah, activated that 15-minute time and just going straight to TP almost.
Mm-hmm. Gold trade just won. We lost that one. Won this one. Ugh, there's way too many trades in there. I think we lost one, won one, lost one, won one, and then won another one.
Oh, in that little area right there on the 1 minute.
Yeah, on gold. Look at it. Just
on goals and MNQ. I think those are all losses.
on MNQ.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, all three of those were losses.
Let's see here.
He took any of those because they were in that small little zone. They were just bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, and that's why I say exactly what I say about what I like to do is when I'm trading, just take my trades, right? Identify a good area to trade, and once I trade it, then hold on, let me look at something here. Nope, and no. Okay, so yeah, my trade plan. What I do with Titans is I will identify the area I want to trade, and then I'll trade it. And if I lose it, I don't take another trade until I observe a winner, which automatically adds a little bit of time in between trades anyway. So it gives me time to stop and look at it and think about it before trading more. Ray, your mic's on. So yeah, that's what I like to do is, it's just put one in between it, and then that way I can observe, and it stops me from it would stop me from taking loss after loss as well. There's a little trade I'm setting up right here on ES. Right, so if you take a trade, if you lose it, just there's so many signals that comes out on Titan, you're not missing anything. So just you take a trade, you lose it, just wait and watch the next signal. See if the next signal wins. If the next signal wins, then you can start resume your trading. So that way it kind of acts as like a a gatekeeper where it's like, all right, no trading until you see a winner, and then that would help you to avoid any of these types of situations right here, because you'd say, nope, not taking that one, not taking that one, not taking that one, not taking that one. And then once it starts to win, then you go in, you take your trades. That's easy. That's the easy way for me to make things mechanical. All right, what are we doing on Delta here? Pushed up, curved over, didn't get a super clear flush like I like.
Yeah, that's an ugly flex, man. I don't like that flex. All those three candles back to back to back all look about like the same price. I think the second one broke the first one high.
Which one you talking about on NASDAQ?
On MNP, yeah.
All right. It's 8:30. You guys, I've got to grab something real quick. I'm going to leave this view on right here. For the first time, we just saw some big sales come in. I don't know if that's profit taken or just aggressive selling, but sales just came in at it was 140 sales all at one price. It's actually 220 total, and it was right at 25,008. Sales came in. Delta was really red, but prices not pushed down. And let me get that book map up. Let's see if there's liquidity underneath or above. Nothing crazy. There's nothing real crazy going on here. Let me look at ES. Pretty good. We got liquidity up above and below. Now let me look at, I've never done M and Q on here. In fact, I don't even know how to change. Oh, here it is. I don't know how to pull it up. Let's see. MNQ. Oh, here we go. What are we? We're in December, I think. See if we see anything. See, like there's more volume right here on MNQ than on NASDAQ. See how you could like clearly see these levels? 89 sell limits up here on MNQ, 134 up at 25,050. And then if I go over to NQ, same, but not near as much, like real clear volume.
I'm scared of that buy, man.
Let me look at it.
MNQ, little 1 minute buy. She look a little scary.
I was out of that shit.
Let's see.
She been floating around that entry a little. She might go over and hit TP, but she floated around that entry a little too long.
Oh, you're looking at something on what time frame are you looking at?
1 minute MNQ.
Okay, I don't have a chart for that right now, but
Sales look a little bit better than me right now.
that got a little volume zone right here, and there's a pending buy right here. But yeah, like you said, it's up at the high. I'm cool on that.
Yeah, she done shot up a couple 100 points since market open.
Mm-hmm.
She's open setting up another buy.
All right, I've got to do something. I'll be right back. I'll leave this this chart view up right here so we can see the trades.
Look at that thing take off. I got in a buy. And I got stopped out. Quick $100. I think it's going to hit that 25-100 level.
How many contracts equal? How many contracts equals one contract between the MNQ and the NQ?
10.
10? Okay.
Just remember that when you're trading NQ, if you're going to do 10 NQ, bro, MNQ, you might as well do one NQ because the cost of the fees will eat you up.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, on
Oh,
a
yeah.
10 micro, you'll pay a lot more than you will on one micro. I mean, on
Okay.
one standard.
Okay. Did not know that.
Is it Latrice?
It's Lautrec. It's just like a
Lautrec?
character from Dark Souls. To be honest, though, I've been meaning to. I try to change my name to Michael in here to have it just be a bit more personal. But I don't think I can change it without Ken's permission. So I'll have to message him and see if he can get it changed. Just because.
Okay.
You can actually change what we see. It just doesn't change your username. So you can go in there because I changed mine too, and you can just go in and change what the display name is, and it'll show up as whatever.
I looked and it said when I go to edit when I go to edit per server profile, it will not let me. It says you don't have. I'm looking at it right now. It says you don't have permission to change your nickname in the server because my name is Lautrec on Discord and it carry that name through, but it won't let me change it to a different nickname in here. To it just only shows Lautrec. So I think he should be able to change it though, Ken. Once I just let him know or give him a heads up. So.
Okay. Yeah, I just had a question for. I know you say you're on Top Step. I just how are you doing the Titan signals, right?
Yeah, I'm doing mostly Titan.
Okay.
So,
but how are you going about doing are you doing pinning or are you basically just buying on when they activate or are you setting pinning orders on there?
So I have trading view on my left monitor with the signals and all that, and then I have Top Step on my center monitor, and that right now it's copy trading on the Lucid too. So I just have to be in one terminal for Top Step, and when I see the signal, I just will right click the chart and then add my pending order. If it's 7 contracts, then I'll just right click 5 and then right click 2, and it will just combine them both on a 7 on the same tick, and then I'll just be hawking it, and if it doesn't. I'll be watching the candle close timer, and if it doesn't trigger it, then I'll just have my finger on the X.
Yeah.
And,
okay. Oh, you're actually on. Okay, you're on computer though, so that's probably. I was doing it from my phone. I was trying to figure out how I could do, set my pinner orders on it, but I can't. That's probably because I'm on my phone.
I would highly suggest don't trade on your phone.
Yeah.
It's just way better on a computer.
Yeah, but yeah. It is, but
and are you trading on the 1 minute too?
But for me, I trade while I'm at work, so.
Are you on the 1 minute trading?
No, I do 5 minute. I still do the 1 minute.
You need to add that plus button on your phone. If you add the plus button, you can go hit that plus button, and that'll let you open up pending orders. I trade from my phone. I'm able to set pending orders.
Yeah, I can do it. I do the 1 minute on Trading View when I actually trade on Trading View with the Apex, but on my Top Stat though, I can't. It won't let me pilot. It doesn't have that option though.
I got you.
I wish you could be more. I guess have more control over it. It'd be nice if I could set where I'd intend to have TP and stop loss if the trade triggers. But if the issue is if you set those prematurely, then those can trigger before you even have an entry, and so it's just pretty much
that's the same on Trader8 though. That's the same way on Trader8.
Oh, it is the same. Okay, yeah.
You said you put that thing on top of it, and it goes the wrong way, and it'll get it into you in a trade on your stop loss.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's maybe if I had more coding experience, I could do it, but I also picked mechanical engineering and not software, and that was kind of a mistake. So,
man, gold is ripping too. Look,
Yeah, that big candle right there.
Man.
Had a pending sell entry too, and it did not go through. But kind of a good thing it didn't, because that would have it stopped pretty quick.
Yeah, I bought up to the 25 100 level and got out. I should have stayed in on the MNQ.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I was like, I aimed at the 100, and as soon as it stopped me out, I was like, man, I wish I'd have stayed in that. It just climbed another 58 points.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, when does it get a stop? We finally got a zone that here popped up. Hadn't had one of those in a while. We haven't had a zone since 2580.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Hello.
Welcome back, Ken.
All right.
Hello.
Wow. Looks like I missed some
Mm-hmm.
stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is moving.
Yes, sir, you did.
Dude, it has done nothing. How many points have we moved up today? 500 points. And
Wow.
I literally said, I was like, I don't know if it's going to go all the way up to some point. Or was it somewhere? I was like, yeah, here's that, there's this. I don't know if it's going to go all the way up there, but
You were looking at that previous VWAP,
oh, yeah,
right?
that's right. Let me go look at that. Where are we in comparison?
You think it's because the government opened up?
Maybe. Yeah, we're actually like, we're about 100 points away from that. I thought for sure it would never go up there today, but it's, yeah, about 100 points away from 277.
Did the cock reports pop back up, Ken? Since the government opened back up?
Nah, I've been checking it,
Yep.
but it might, because they normally send it out Friday afternoon after the market closes. So I'll be checking. I'll be checking for sure.
That'll be for next week, though, right?
It'll be data, and yeah, I don't know exactly what to expect, but it should be for this week as of Tuesday. So I don't know what information. I don't know if they've been just holding on to the information and they're gonna release it all or not. I don't
And
see
we haven't
any.
got. Mhm.
What'd you say?
No, I said we haven't gotten NFP this month either, have we?
We haven't had NFP for a while.
Yeah.
Job reports, everything.
Market just been wide open.
Yeah, I heard this morning that they're going to give all the TSA workers, the people who work through the shutdown, they're going to get like a $10,000 bonus.
Oh, really?
Allegedly.
Yeah. They're just giving money out, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
You get $2,000. You get $2,000.
No, they said 10,000.
Oh, even better.
That's it. Yeah, that's a nice year in, but you know how it goes.
Yeah, might happen. Maybe.
Yeah, I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and Delta gives their employees, like, every year they'll give them profit sharing bonuses.
Yeah.
And my sister-in-law was a agent for Delta.
Yeah.
And I said, don't you hate it when they announce on the news that you all are getting these big profit sharing bonuses? Like, everybody knows that if you work for Delta, you got all this money coming to you, you know.
Yeah.
And they're pretty healthy bonuses that they would get. So, yeah, there's nothing. There's no discreetness about it, you know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, they do what they want to do.
Yeah, I told my wife, I said, once we get this up and going, I don't want to be one of those people that I see online that just, you know, they flexing. I hate that. I'm like, just be quiet, make your money, and live your life.
Yeah.
Nobody has to know.
Nobody's got to know.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy in another Discord I'm in who just joined like 2 days ago for like learning futures, and this is that free Discord my friend just ran to kind of just like teach like a few of us in the space what he's doing, and the guy is like instantly just like flexing. He shows like oh look, I'm up 2,000 on this trade currently, and it's like, okay, well you're that much because you're massively over leveraging or you have some insane balance, and then he just shows another screenshot like 30 minutes later of like realized profit loss like minus 6K, and it's like, what happened? And he was like, oh man, I thought I was gonna keep going the direction I thought it was, and I'm like, you didn't even set your stop to break even, like.
Yeah, it's the Wild West. It's gunslinger.
He was so focused on flexing the unrealized profit loss.
Yeah. All right, I've made a change. I've been staring at these 4 little screens long enough. I made a little change. I'm gonna try something different where we have bottom right. Okay, let me just move this over a little bit. All right, so on the left side, I have tight because I can't keep up with all those trades on ES gold, all that. So anyway, so I've got 1 minute tightens over here, and then I've got 1 minute zones over here. These are the same zones that you guys have access to, and I'm using default settings. The only difference is you can see I've got a TP, like a TP, it's like an entry stop loss and TP on this one, which I will be updating your guys with as well. Maybe putting it on here, I'll get this thing worked out faster. But I'm gonna start looking for trades like that where we've got Titans over here, so we can take our Titan trades, which is just fine and great. But then also we have the zones over here because I know a lot of you guys are using those zones. So you think of them in 2 ways, right? You have the retest of a zone, right, where price comes out and it retests the zone, and then you trade like that. That's fine. But also something that I noticed that I think seems to work really well is just trading the breakout. Once the zone is created, just selling the breakout. So like this one here would have ended up hitting a TP1 right there. So you can see that that's how that works. Later I'll add prices and stuff on there, but I got that going for now. What do y'all want? Are you guys going to be trading for a little while? I can leave my stream going and you guys can chat and watch the screen and stuff like that, or I can end the stream right now. I've got to go to a school thing. So what do you guys still trading, or what do you want to do? It's up to you. I don't care.
I'm out. I'm not trading anymore.
All right.
Whatever works for you. But I just took a look at a couple things on gold that I never noticed that, Ken, that once that new zone forms, I mean, it breaks in the right direction and it goes like you're looking at 1-to-1s, 1-to-2s, even 1-to-3 sometimes. I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. See, I made this because I wanted to make an indicator that would identify absorption where, and my plan, I haven't even finished this. Like I was only going to make this appear at certain pivot levels. So either it had to be X amount of distance from a pivot or at value area high and low. So basically, these zones would only show up at either support, resistance, pivot levels. I could do Fibonacci levels, standard deviation, value area high low, prior day high low, things like that. That was my plan, was to look, to make an indicator that would identify absorption at certain zones. But what I needed to do first was just create the absorption logic that, looks for certain types of candles with certain types of volume. And so I made that, and then, obviously I put it on the screen and I was like, whoa, this already works good just like that. And that was what I noticed right away. I was like, wow, like there's some really good trades that as breakouts, just simple breakout trades once the zone is created. And I actually started looking at it more like that. I know that there's a lot of times where it dips up into a zone and then it turns around and gives at least like a 1-to-1 like what you see here. But I bet you that this probably, when that zone, see, we could have traded the retest, but also it probably, whenever that zone was created, I don't know which one it was, but you can see right here, boom, winner, winner. This one didn't break out, so that's why there's no levels on it. This one did break out, winner. And
Yeah,
this
when it
one's a
first
buy.
forms,
Yeah,
the retest too works a lot of times, but
as a
I
breakout.
usually wait for like a Titan when that happens, just to give me some confluence. But yeah, no, that's something I'm keeping an eye on that for sure.
Yeah, definitely do. It's interesting to watch it. I was blown away whenever I seen it. Like whenever I put it on the chart, like I had an idea, like I knew what it was gonna do, but I didn't know it was gonna work that good. Look at ES. There's tons of liquidity just stacked down here at these lower levels right there. At different tick levels, we got 100 at 46.25, 150 at 47, another one there. Lot of liquidity sitting right here.
Hey, let me ask you about that. So when you guys say that,
I don't I gotta go right now. So
okay,
but I'll just leave my stream on. I'll leave the
okay,
stream on, and you guys can keep an eye on this. I'll try to see, maybe I can go like this. Let's see if this will even be worth. How's that? What do we want to put it on NASDAQ? Hopefully it doesn't get covered up, but I'll be back in a little bit. I'm just gonna leave the stream on. I'm not gonna be gone that long, so I'm gonna go see her do her walk thing, and then I will come back and we'll finish this up. All right.
all right, sound like a plan.
All right.
Look at this thing drop. Wow.
Yeah, it's going down. I wonder if it's going to hit that TP2.
I don't know. I got in the 5-minute Titan. I just got out.
Nice. Yeah, I had to restart my computer.
We could come back to that 25,000 level. That's like a major level that we blew through earlier.
Yeah, watching this and seeing how well it plays out, man, certainly makes this a lot of fun.
Yeah. Does anybody in here do longer, like swing trades, like let's say 1 micro, and like for example, you would sell now and then hold it till just above the 25,000, like hold it for like a few hours, or do most people in here, I think, trade like for just a couple minutes at a time? Be interesting to know.
Yeah, I know I'm normally scalping.
Yeah, I mean it's so tempting just to grab those profits. You know what I mean? But a lot of times it ends up going where I think it's going to go, but along the way there's so much fluctuation that you're like, oh, look how much profits I lost. I could have taken.
Right.
Well, then you got the other problem, because I would like to be able to trade that way too, but it's the other problem is the rules, right? When you got that drawdown and like moves in your favor,
exactly.
you set a new, high in your account, and then it pulls back, and then eventually it'll get there. But if it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just this kind of like, I think I mentioned it the other day when I posted some profits, is like, my account is up, but I'm like deep into the buffer. Like, it's just so frustrating to be,
Yes.
and now I have to reduce my position size to get back up. It's kind of ridiculous. But anyway, that's the only risk I see with doing that.
There's some prop firms that only do like a end of day balance. They don't do that continual trailing drawdown.
Yes. And I think too with Apex there is, I think it might be Clyde who has one, but there's a
Static.
100K static, which is it's not it doesn't follow the high watermark of your account.
It's only a $625 drawdown. That's just
that's the problem. It's
like you're trading 1 micro and that's it. Like if you do anything more than 1 micro, and you could easily blow the account.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened to me on my last one, my last evaluation that I did not pass. Yeah, I tried to hold it and swing for the fences, and man, it killed me. And the trade ended up going in my favor, but the drawdown just it took me out. I was hurt too. I'm not gonna lie, because I was really close to passing.
Like I said, if you're going to do that, honestly, you could try it with 1 micro, and then set your stop loss, and then when you're into like break even, like move to break even, and hopefully it just keeps going. But like you brought up, the trailing drawdown, it can be the killer. But if you're doing 1 micro, I mean, even if it moves like 100 points, how much is that? Like, it's not going to be thousands of dollars of drawdown.
Right.
I don't know. It's just too tempting to grab those quick profits.
Yeah, and then
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. You first.
I was just gonna say, I think it's funny how like a lot of these prop firms will they advertise like 50,000 buying power, 100,000, 150,000, but it's like you really don't have that. Like when you buy a 50K account, like you really only have 2,000 of buying power. Because if you lose that 2,000, like your account's blown. Like you hit the drawdown. So it's just. I always found it funny how these prop firms advertised it. It makes it seem like you're getting more capital leverage than you really are. I mean, you're still paying like, $50 for an evaluation account. You're getting 2,000 of drawdown. That's still like, 40x. You're leveraging, but it's not quite like 1,000x, like they make it seem on all these sites. It seems like it's just like a marketing ploy. So
Yeah, but you get a lot. You get a lot of contracts. A lot.
yeah, but you can't leverage all those contracts without just nuking your drawdown on one bad trade, Like they might let me, trade 5 minis or 50 micros, but if I actually try and trade 50 micros, I mean, how fast is that account gonna get blown if the trade doesn't go in my favor?
Well,
Pretty fast.
Even if you win the trade, like we were talking about, like let's say you're up $1,000 in the trade, but by the time you decide to close it out, then you're only up $200. Well, now you're $800 drawdown because you're trading 50 micros or 5 contracts.
It factors that into it exactly. So it actually comes against you at some points like that. Yeah.
Tradeify, if you guys don't like the trading, Tradeify has the end of day drawdown evaluations. Like I think the 50K has like 2,000 drawdown and end of day, and I think it's like $90 or something when the sale's on. And
Tradeify?
Yeah, Tradeify.
Is there an activation fee after you pass the evaluation?
Not for the end of day drawdown one. There is for if you do the trailing drawdown. There is one for that.
Okay.
But end of day drawdown, I think you get an 80% cut when you're done instead of 90.
The only thing I'm a little leery about some of these ones that are newer, and they might be legit, is just like a lot of them in the past have been good for a year, and then they start to have financial problems, and then they stop paying people out.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I will say, coming from EV sports betting and arbitrage sports betting, I made a ton of money on that last year before I just got limited on every account. You'll find that there's a lot of books out there that are kind of like these shady, scummy, like Cayman Islands almost prop firms, and it's really risky to keep your money in there because you might not get it out. There are some sports books for sure like that you can just rip really fast, get some money out of it, and then just ditch the account before you get closed. But I feel like it's a parallel here, certainly in prop firms. It's so easy for someone to just like create a new sports book and have some shitty lines and take money from people with a bad edge. Kind of the same thing here. If you just tweak the rules on a prop firm to fit the favor of the owners.
Are there any U.S. regulated prop firms that we could trade with that maybe have more controls, around what they do, and to make sure that they're not taking advantage of people like some of the offshore ones?
We should just make our own.
What was that again?
Make our own rules, make our own issues, and
your mic's like a robot, buddy.
Order submitted.
Yeah, your mic's really cutting out.
Are we doing the webinar today?
Oh yeah, I don't know. It is Friday. I think Ken forgot.
Is that better?
Oh yeah, that's much better.
Okay, I hopped back in. Yeah, there's this guy, this company, and they fund a lot of these prop firms. That's why they're popping up left and right. And talked to him, and he said he'd be willing to fund a prop firm for like a little club here for like $5,000 a month or something like that, and a cut of the profits. Something we should think about too. On
It's interesting. I mean, those prop firms just print money all day long. I mean, and if you are actually like, say, you become a guy like Ken, where you're legitimately long-term profitable, they just switch you over to real money accounts, and then they put a limit on your your stop loss. Like, if you exceed so much, they just cut you off. But I mean, why wouldn't they?
You can play around it though. But my friend Brandon, he's taken a date like 400,000 plus this year from prop firm payouts, and the way that he does it on Top Step and Lucid, that he tells us, is he will take 4 because you like once you take 5 payouts, you're automatically moved to live. He will take 4 payouts, and then before the 5th payout, he will intentionally blow the express fundeds. Like he'll take a trade, just have no take profit set, just let it just freaking run until it like gets auto stopped out from the account being like blown. So and then
what's the strategy for that?
His strategy is because it prevents you from going to live, and so as a result, like instead of you being on one live account with like X amount of capital, you have 5. You continue to just roll 5 fundeds over and over and over and over, and like that's how you're scaling your capital. So,
but if you're still on a live account and making money, what's you're saying they don't want to pay you out on the live account?
It's more so just like when you're on like the live account, you're limited to just one live account. Like if I want to make the same amount of money that I'm doing on 5 fundeds, I'd have to leverage 5 times as much on my one live. And it's so much easier, he's found, to just anticipate that and intentionally blow the accounts. You do have to go back through like the combine again, but he's gotten to the point where he'll nuke a combine and finish it in 2 days because he knows what he's doing with his strategies. He just leverages up so that you pass the combine faster, and then he just goes right back into getting payouts again.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I would have never thought of it that way, but I'm surprised too though, because he hasn't been like flagged for it. You would think that Top Step would see that he's like diligently trading, he's setting, like, I mean, they can even see in the orders, that like I set a take profit, I set a stop loss, and I canceled those. They can see all of that activity, and so they can see that he's doing all of that, taking payouts consistently, and then boom, he's just forgetting risk management entirely, intentionally, but they still, I don't know, he's managed to just rip all this money out of it, and they haven't, like, I mean, if it's a problem that they flag you for eventually, it's not something they'll seemingly flag you for in the first $100,000 of payments or payouts, so.
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hey, I'm back, guys.
Well, somebody was mentioning the trade-o-fi. I did some Googling and I'm on trade-ify, like ify.co. Is that the same one? Because that pricing is crazy high.
I think he was talking about Tradeify.
That was,
yeah.
No, you're on the right one, Matt, but that's the one you're looking at that it defaults to. I was going to mention this. That's instant funding. You can pay $500 and get a $150K account and not have to go through an eval.
Okay, I see. Okay, lightning funding they call it. Okay.
Yeah.
You can switch to.
Yeah, if you toggle, you'll see the other ones you have to go through the.
I see it. Okay, yeah.
But they're different than. I mean, I feel like I haven't seen a prop firm that operates kind of like a futures prop firm that operates like the Forex ones did, where you would pay a lump sum and.
I think his mic cut out.
Baron.
Hey Matt, are we gonna have the webinar today?
I'm back. We have a webinar at 12 Eastern Standard Time.
Okay. All right, Ken.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm on here. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, I just came back. I had like a little thing over at the school, so I went over there. I cut the end of it. She gave me the wrong time. So that's that. Making a little zone right here.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm probably done. I got that one trade from earlier, and yeah, I forgot we do have our webinar today, so I got to get back on here in 40 minutes. So, I think I'm gonna actually just hop off, and then I'll be back. We'll have our webinar, and then we'll have our regular trading next week. So,
Yeah, sounds good.
that's what I'll
It's
do.
been a good week.
Yeah. All right. Well, then, yeah, let's do that. Mentorship members, I'll see you guys here in 40 minutes on Zoom. For everyone else, I'll see you guys on Monday when we do our live trading. You guys have a good weekend.
Awesome sauce. Take care.
All right.
Take care.
Bye-bye.